Going pro in Fortnite Competitive is so difficult, but it is only because it is difficult that you want it in the first place. Like, you wouldn't watch a pro player if it was easy to do what he does. You only watch him because he spends so much time and effort into this game that he's so much better than you. And it should inspire you to watch a pro player and see how well they play. But it seems to me that a lot of people are demotivated with the game right now. You know, there's a lack of tournaments, I completely understand. But there's only two types of players in this game. You have the serious competitive players and the casual players. And the real grinders, they are not stopping the grind. You have all of the casual players that are now complaining and quitting. They're like, oh, there's no solo tournaments, I can't prove myself. And yes, it is kind of annoying, there's no solo tournaments. Yeah, I get it. There's very few tournaments. I get it. Doesn't mean that you can stop grinding. If you stop grinding, you stop improving. So if you wanted to go pro, if that was your goal to be a pro, then all you had to do is grind. And you don't have to stop grinding now that there's very few tournaments. Like, there's tournaments for the pro players. There were divisional cups, there were eval cups, there's a lot of tournaments. And now you have FNCS Grand Final soon. And soon we'll have globals once again. Like, the pro players, they are doing their thing. And you either become a pro player or you don't. Now, in order to become a pro player, as I mentioned before, it is very difficult. You need an incredible amount of patience. You need to grind incredibly hard and then do it for months or even years. And if you really grind the way you're supposed to grind for years, it's almost guaranteed that you're gonna be a pro. Progress is guaranteed if you practice. Like, if you practice the piano, you're gonna get better at playing the piano. If you practice Fortnite, you're gonna get better at Fortnite. The only problem is most people don't want to wait for a very long time to see, you know, their skills compound and their skills improve. They can't wait for that time to elapse. It's always kind of easy to learn the basics, you know, you learn the first 80% quite quickly, but that last 20% or that last 1% to make like a small difference in your gameplay, it takes a very long time, you know? A very simple example is when I play Kovacs. You know, if you play Kovacs for the first time, you might play a scenario and all of a sudden you outcompete like 60% of players, or maybe 70 or 80. But to beat the last 20%, or to get into the top 1%, or the top 0.5%, or the top 0.1%, it is very difficult. You know, you have to spend so much time, you know, those high scores are hard, you know, like, you have to really try if you want to get into the top 0.1%. There's a reason why only a small amount of people achieve it. Because everyone else is going after the same goal. And you know, you have to outcompete them. Someone is gonna win and someone is gonna lose. Like, most players, they grind for like a week or a month and they're like, why am I not a pro yet? They just don't understand. Not only haven't they grinded the way pros grind, they also didn't do it for a very long time. There are some pro players that put 5 years of their life into this game. Almost every day. 10 hours a day. Like, no wonder they're so good at the game, you know? It's simple math. If you put so much time and effort into mastering one skill, one aspect of life, Fortnite Competitive, that is the path you chose. If you spend all of your time, your energy and your focus into one single thing, of course you're gonna be incredible at that thing. If you grind the way you're supposed to grind, then progress is guaranteed. It's guaranteed. The only thing that you have to do is just keep grinding. Keep grinding. That's why I say that at the end of every video. Keep grinding, boys. Peace. You know, that's what I say. You have to keep grinding. That's all you need to do, to be honest. All you need to do is keep grinding. If you keep grinding and stay patient, you stay persistent, then eventually you will be a pro. One of the things that makes patience so difficult is that, you know, for instance, right now we're in a rough patch, you know, like, there's no solo cash cups. I like solo cash cups. Like, I gained half of my PR from solos. And now there's no solo tournaments. I could have been at like 4k PR by now. And there's also very few divisional cups. I could have been at 10k PR by now, but there's no divisional cups. But yeah, I'm a real grinder, so I keep grinding even when there's no tournaments. I play scrims, I play tokens, that's all I do. Because I know in the long term, if I keep grinding, then eventually I will make progress and there will be a tournament in the future. And if I put more time and effort into the game, I will have a better result then. Like, Fortnite is not gonna die. Like, it's not going anywhere. It has been around for the last, 7 years or something. It's not going anywhere. Like, people still love this game. And if they just introduce, you know, some changes, more solo cash cups, maybe other divisional cups, other trio tournaments, less cheaters, maybe a new change to ranked or something, then people will continue to play once again. Like, then they will continue to grind. But right now, they're just, yeah, they're quitting. They're taking a long break. Like a lot of people that I know, they stopped grinding. And other people, they're grinding harder than ever before. But a lot of people, they stopped grinding and they're not trying to improve anymore. They're just demotivated. And if they take like a super long break, you know, they're gonna get outcompeted by all of the guys that kept grinding. Like there's no guarantee that you will become a pro in this game. And I think that's what makes patience pretty difficult as well. Not knowing if you'll make it. I cannot guarantee that you'll make it, but I can guarantee that if you don't grind, then you won't make it. I can guarantee that. Like if you don't grind, you won't make it. You won't make it. You have to grind hard. Like you have to find a way to spend a lot of time and effort into this game. Otherwise, you're not gonna get the results. You know, choose something else. Like you don't have to play this game. Nobody is forcing you. If you want to be a pro, then grind. If you don't want to become a pro, then choose something else. You know, go become successful in something else. I don't care. Less competition for me, you know? It's funny, sometimes in order to find out how to be successful or how to win, you just gotta find out how to lose. And if you find out how to lose, then just don't do the things that will make you lose, you know, and then you will win. Like if you want to be healthy, then don't drink alcohol, don't smoke, don't eat junk food. If you don't do those things, then you will become healthy, you know? Because the fastest way to win is sometimes to just focus on not losing. If you don't lose, maybe it's not really that you automatically win if you don't lose. But if you don't lose, then, you know, you stand a chance at winning at least. And the fastest way that you can guarantee that you'll fail to go pro in this game is by not grinding. So this is a message for all of the real grinders out there that keep trying and keep pushing and keep grinding and keep improving. You know what's also very interesting? If you have low patience and you're like, okay, I don't want to wait like 4 years to become a pro. If you want to cut the time in half, you know, if you want to go from going pro in 4 years to maybe 2 years, then all you gotta do is grind twice as hard. That is the fastest way to guarantee that you make twice as much progress. I personally think you will actually make even more progress than that. Like putting in more hours, I think has like a 4 times multiplier, maybe a 10 times multiplier. Like grinding has such a huge impact on your improvement. Like if you're at 20k PR right now and you want to go pro in 1 year, all you need to do is grind even harder than ever before. Now there's a lot of things that go into how to grind and how to keep grinding. Like it's very difficult. Like this is the difference. This is the difference between casual players and pro players. Like pro players, they grind 10 times, 100 times harder than casual players. They put so much more time and effort into the game and that's why they're so much better. Like it's actually funny. Like if you ask any pro player, how do I improve more in the game? All they say is grind more. Just grind. Grind harder than ever before. Grind as much as possible. They don't really tell you how to grind and all the things that, you know, go into that. But yeah, I guess I just made a course about that in the Fortnite Academy. Second link in the description. By the way, the reason why I made Fortnite Academy is because I'm trying to help the previous version of myself achieve this goal of going pro. And instead of having like some random YouTube videos, I want to have like structured courses about how to go pro in this game. Now I made a course about grinding and, you know, some important lessons about how to grind. And I think the next course will be about how to play trios. I've already recorded some videos, you know, about your roles, the role of a Fragger, the role of an IGL. But soon I'll also talk about, you know, communication skills, making rules with your teammates, how to find teammates, you know, what to look for in a teammate, all the things that have to do with trios. Because, you know, trios is the main game mode, there's no solos, as we mentioned. So yeah, you have to be a good trio player. And in the last couple of months, I've actually become a very decent trio player. I'm not the best, but I'm actually learning and improving. So yeah, if you want to learn from me and want to have some exclusive content, then the first link in the description is for you. You don't have to buy it, of course, but you know, when I was younger, I wanted to buy every single course about Fortnite, how to improve, because I just, you know, I wanted to go pro in this game. And every form of help was much appreciated. You know, it's funny, I don't really mind sharing what I know. I don't really mind sharing all of my secrets, because I know most players, they will not grind the way I am grinding. Like, they don't stand a chance against me. Like, I will outcompete them. I already am outcompeting them. I'm top 1% in the game right now. Top 1%. I will push further for the top 0.1%. You know, I'm gonna keep pushing, keep grinding, and yeah. I will keep outcompeting everyone, bro. Like, I really started thinking, okay, should I really share all of my secrets? Should I share, you know, how to improve in the game? Because, you know, I make the competition harder for me. You know, like, I'm helping my competitors. But I thought, okay, you know, most players, they won't be able to do what I do. So there's no point in me hiding all of the secrets. You know, I can just share them as much as possible. And yeah, there's gonna be some players, maybe you watching this right now, that is gonna take all of my advice, and then in the next couple of years, you're gonna be like some pro player, you know, top tier pro. Now boys, remember, Fortnite Competitive is difficult. It is difficult to be a pro. And the fact that there's no solo tournaments and everyone else is demotivated makes it more difficult for them to grind. It makes Fortnite Competitive as a whole more difficult, which means it is easier for the guys that are actually, you know, serious. It is easier for you because your competition can't handle this. It is too hard for them. But if you are strong-minded, then you will persist, you will keep going, you will keep grinding, and eventually, yeah, you'll become a pro. So keep grinding, boys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!